in to a to a jury, I guess the court officer has a Bible.
Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. So when they bring the jury into the courtroom, each one has to put his hand on a Bible, and the court officer says, "Do you swear by whatever, to judge the best way you can, or in truth, whatever the phraseology is." So I told the judge I can't swear. So they let me affirm. I didn't have to put my hand on any Bible or anything, and then they took me as a juror. So,
wow, you weren't disqualified for not swearing.
That's right. The only thing is, the ironic thing about I was on the jury for 5 days. I told the judge, it's in the winter. So I asked the judge, in the winter, our Sabbath begins early. May I be excused from coming back this afternoon? So I think they re-adjourn about 2 p.m. So he said yes. And on Motzei Shabbos, I read in the newspaper that the trial finished and they came to a verdict. So I didn't even have to go back at all.
How did I come to a verdict without you?
I don't know. They did it.
All right. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Right. Well, this is
Thank you.
okay. This is all about swearing or not swearing.
Wow, okay. Okay, very good. Fine. So just debating whether we should take a look at this Gemara Shavuos. You want to? Should we take a look at this Gemara in Shavuos? First source that he quotes over here, Lamed Tes Amud Aleph.
Okay. Let me just go get it.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'm going to do that too.
Okay.
And what we look, the entire world trembled.
39a. Kol ha'olam kulo nizdazeya b'shah she'amar kodesh baruch hu b'Sinai. Eshem Hashem Elokecha Lashov. Okay, so that is the very first line on this Amud over here.
Oh, right, yes.
And looks like it's really a continuation of a brisa that starts on Amud on Lamed Ches 38b. Ton Rabbanan, we learned in a brisa, Shvuas Hadayonim, Afhi B'Lashona Ne'emra. The shvua could be said in any that the one who's taking the shvua understands, and not necessarily in Lashon HaKodesh if he doesn't understand. And okay, so that's the first thing the Brisa says. Then the Brisa says Omrim lo. They say to him, meaning the Bezdin, they say to the person who they're administering the shvua to, Haviyodea. You should know before you're about to make this shvua. Shekol ha'olam kuloi nizdaza b'shasha Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu b'Har Sinai lo sisa es Shem Hashem Elokecha lashav. The whole world trembled at the time that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said on Har Sinai, Lo Sisa, Es Shem Hashem Elokecha Lashav. And this is the second one of the Aseres Adibros. Okay, so the Gemara continues about the severity of the matter of making a shvua. Okay. The pasuk continues. Kilo yinakeh Hashem, es asher yisa es shmo lashav. Hashem will not, Yinakeh literally means to clean. He won't absolve or atone for the one that makes a vain oath. Okay. That's the Gemara. And this medrash over here is telling us. We see from the words of the medrash that this is the medrash. Just to go over it again, just based upon what the Pele Yoetz tells us, what the medrash says, that even though, like the Rambam says, that it's actually the Rambam counts it as one of the 613 mitzvahs, ubishmod tishaveya, and when you make a shvua, you make a shvua in Hashem's name, that it's a mitzvah, but the Pele Yoetz is saying that it's something really to avoid, really, because the Medrash says Es Hashem Elokecha Tira. One should have yira for Hashem. And Eo, because it says about all of these three that they were Yorei Hashem. They had yiras Hashem. A select group over here, and then it says about them, but also ta'avod, and him you shall serve. Shetiyei kamoshe, you should be like Moshe. And Moshe, it says, "V'yamas Moshe Eved Hashem" at the end of the Torah. So you have to be Yorei Hashem, like Avram, Yosef, and Eov, and you have to be an Oved Hashem, like Moshe Rabbeinu. Ubotidbak, and to him you will cleave. Oz, and so if you have all of those three components, you're a Yorei Hashem of the caliber of Avram, Yosef, and Eov, that the Tanakh says that they were, and then you also on top of that also Tavod. This is all the language of the Brisa. and like Moshe, that describes about Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu, he was an Eved Hashem. He was a servant of Hashem. And to him you will cleave. Then it says, oh, then there's a mitzvah to swear in Hashem's name, using Hashem's name to declare that something is true. So I think this is the continuation of the words of the Medrash. If you possess these three midos on the caliber of these individuals, yesh lecha reshus, then you have a permission lishava bishmi, to swear in my name. V'im lav, but if you don't have those three components, ein lecha reshus lishava bishmi afilu be'emes, you don't have permission. You don't have any permission to swear in my name, even if you are swearing to something which you know to be true. And that's what it says in the Midrash.
How does that work then in a court as an ordinary person?
So right after that, the Pele Yoetz says that the judge who manages to adjudicate a case without requiring anybody to swear, he's the ultimate judge.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. Rabbi, you keep on going out as soon as you move over to the side.
Oh, okay.
That's better, yeah.
So that's that paragraph.
Mm.
And so now we know that yeah. So Meir was 100% right when he did what he did. That's exactly what you have to do. Oh, well. Right. Okay. Very good. Any other questions? We're going to go to the next paragraph. And we're going to give a round of applause for page 328. Hooray!
Hooray!
Page 328. Okay. Now we go to page 329. And we call upon Roy to continue the reading. Behold,
praiseworthy are the Jewish people, even the empty ones among them tremble when an oath in court is relevant to them. They splurge money in order not to have to swear, even in truth. Blessed are they to Hashem, would that their hearts be equally afraid to swear so many vain oaths, meaning ones that are not necessary, several times a day in the streets of the city and even in the filthy alleys. Hashem, who is good, should grant them atonement for the entire nation's sins unintentionally. They do not know that this is the way people mention Hashem's name in the Gentile languages. Every name has the same status as the holy name of Hashem in Hebrew, Havaya, whether in regard to mentioning Hashem's name or swearing an oath. There is another reason why people refrain from swearing in court. This is because the judges intimidate them with threats and exaggerations, and they cause them a tremendous trembling in preparation of rabbah. I don't understand. The people are seized with quivering. A man who fears Hashem must galvanize himself with protective devices, such as self-imposed penalties, which will encourage him to abandon his bad habit, to which he has become accustomed of swearing oaths in the language of the Gentiles. It is very bad and bitter. Ibn Ezra already wrote in Parshas Yitzrok that even if the only sin the Jewish people had was swearing in vain, it would be enough to lengthen our exile and to increase blows upon our blows. Heaven forbid.
Okay, so Pele Yoetz is pointing out over here that Ein Yodim Shekachu Askaras Hashem B'Lashonos Hagoyim. To say names of Hashem in a foreign language, in Lashonos Hagoyim. Kol hu kamo Shem Havaya B'Lashon HaKodesh. Akasi. It's in terms of the prohibition, of swearing in Hashem's name, even if it's not in Lashon HaKodesh, says the Pele Yoetz, if it's in some other name, some other language, in that language that refers to Hashem, that's equally forbidden. Equally forbidden, he says. And he says that people don't realize that. Maybe he's and that perhaps is why they engage in this type of activity, not knowing that they're actually violating the Torah in doing so. Yeah, it's a bit of a flowery lashon over here that he says over here. He's we're just wondering why he mentions this achana the Rabbah. That's really a concept in the Gemara in Beitza about preparing for engaging in preparations for Yom Tov, and also for on Shabbos, which is not permissible. I don't know why he's mentioned. It's sort of okay. It's he says that the non-Jewish judges scare people and threaten them and cause them to be very scared, and that sometimes that they, in order to enforce what they say, they themselves, I guess, feel a need to swear, to bolster what it is that they're saying, because of course that's what the shvua, that's the point of the intended point of the shvua, to bolster what one is saying, that he's willing to swear. Okay. Okay, we go to the next paragraph, and we call upon Lou to continue the reading.
Not only is swearing with God's name prohibited, but even to swear by one's soul or by his life for no reason is prohibited. All the more so to swear falsely, for he damages his very soul. There are places where they taught their tongues to swear every time they speak by the life of their father, their brother, or the life of the person with whom they are talking. These are words of shame, lack of honor, and disgrace, besides the prohibition of a vain oath. This is the way the commentators explain the verse. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for God will not exonerate, etc. Even the person who takes his name, meaning his own name, in vain, all the more so the name of the omnipresent.
Oh. Okay. All right, so you're not allowed to say by the life of Paro. I'm saying
Oh,
is
that's what
correct.
Yosef said.
Yeah,
Doesn't he say that?
that's somebody said it.
I think Yosef says that.
Yeah. See, when he's talking to the brothers,
Yeah. Trying to find it.
when he accused them that they're Meraglim.
Right.
It's 4125. Yosef was talking to Pharaoh, I think, but I don't think I have it yet. Let's see. No, that's Yosef explaining the dreams. Okay, let's see.
Here in 42:14. But Joseph said to them, "This is what I have been saying to you. You are spies. By this shall you be tested. By Paro's life, you will not leave from here, except if your youngest brother comes here."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Which chapter?
42.
Of what Perek? What's the name of the Pasha?
Mikate.
Mikate.
Miketz. Oh, that's not.
Hey Paro. Hey Paro, in Tetsu Mizeh, ki im bevoy achichem hakaton heina. By the life of Paro. He said, "Bezos tibochenu." In this you will be tested. Hey Paro, by the life of Paro. In Tetsu Mizeh, if you will go out from here. Ki im bevoy achichem hakaton heina. If your youngest brother doesn't come here, you will not. It sounds like Yosef is swearing by Paro's life that you will not, to the brothers, you won't go out of here until ki'im bavoy achichem hakaton hena, until your youngest brother comes here. What does Rashi say? Im yichye paro. Paro will live. Kishahaya nishba la sheker. Haya nishba b'chaye paro. What?
Oh, I have a footnote. Quotes Bereshis Rabbah 91:7. Presumably, Paro did not declare himself a deity until after Joseph's death. For had Paro already been considered a god, it would have been forbidden for Joseph to swear by Paro's life.
But according to what the Pele Yoetz is saying over here, even to swear by a life of another person is improper. Yeah, yesh makomos shelamdu lashonam. There's places that they teach themselves to make an oath, a kol dibor on every claim that they make, b'chaye avihem, on the life of their father, or achehem, or the life of their brothers, or chaye chavero, or the life of their friend, shemedaber imoy, one that he's speaking to, v'hem devorim shel ganai. These are disgraceful things that are done. V'chesron kavod ubizoyan. It's lacking very much in the proper honor, and it's a degradation of the person. Milvad iser shvua shav. Apart from the fact that it's a vain oath. Why is it a vain oath? He says that Shekain Pershu HaMeforshim. The commentators explain on the pasuk in Devorim, Lo Sisa Es Shem Hashem Elokecha Lashav. That's over there in the in Parshas in Devorim, where it mentions the Seres Adibros over there. And on that pasuk, it says that Meforshim say that Ki lo yenake Hashem afilu eis asher yisa es shmo shalatzmo lashav. Even on his own name, the person himself. Kol shekain v'kal v'chomer shmo shel makom. All the more so on Hashem to take a oath. So and it's interesting what Rashi says over here. Rashi says, seems like he's referring to Yosef. Kishahaya nishba la when he would swear falsely, Haya nishba b'chaye Paro. He would swear in the name of Paro. Okay, I guess it needs explanation. This whole have to okay. Yeah, perhaps this would seem, in other words, the most that we could say is as follows. It would seem that, according to the commentators, that the Pele Yoetz is claiming, he doesn't say who they are exactly, but he says that there are commentators who explain this pshat in the pasuk, in Devorim, about a vain oath, that even if a person doesn't use Hashem's name, but he uses the name of another person, by the life of Ploni, is also forbidden, and a disgrace to that person, and a degradation of him. It would seem that Rashi, it would seem like the way Rashi is explaining over here, that Rashi doesn't hold that way. That Rashi doesn't hold that way, because he's explaining. I mean, it would be it really, it's a question on those commentators from this pasuk, because the pasuk says that Yosef is swearing by Paro's life, unless they'll explain that, oh, he's not doing a shua over here. He's not doing a shua. But it certainly seems like that's what's happening, and that's the way Rashi explains what's going on over here. It's a shua. And Rashi himself is difficult to understand, because he understands that Yosef would swear falsely, and when he would do so, he would swear by the name of by the life of Paro, which is kind of hard to understand how he would be how that would be an appropriate thing to do for Yosef. So it's it needs some explanation over here. Okay. Let's see. Where else? Looking in 2 minutes to take a look in the oh, you're there. Stark Ian. But a very good Mari Mokum, if you want to write that write this the citation of this pasuk on the side of your Pele Yoetz, if you do things like that, if you write in your Sforim, not saying that you have to do that. Some people don't say to do it, but if you do, it would seem to be a good question that that needs to be explained. So, and with that, we will conclude. Yashikoyach to everybody, and have a good day, Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Ezrat Hashem.
See you, Mayor.
Okay.
Alan, we're sorry you didn't get to read today, but for Baba Kama, Alan will be the first one to read Baba Kama today, and we'll be back soon.
Okay.